My precious child, stay with me for just a moment longer. I know the weight upon your shoulders has felt unbearable today, and I know that even now you were preparing to retreat into the silence of sleep, hoping to escape the thoughts that haunt your mind. But do not turn away just yet, for this is no random occurrence. You did not find this message by chance. I have orchestrated this very second, this very breath, to reach into the depths of your weary soul. I saw you last night tossing and turning, looking into the darkness and asking the silent questions that no one else can hear. You wondered if I had forgotten you, if the prayers you whispered into your pillow were falling on deaf ears, or if you were simply destined to walk this path of struggle alone forever. I am here to tell you that I have heard every sigh, I have seen every tear, and I have felt the exact moment your heart began to fracture under the pressure. Before I reveal the magnificent blessing that is currently making its way to your doorstep, I want you to acknowledge my presence here with you. Do not let this moment pass in silence. Declare your presence before the throne of grace right now. Type "I am here, Lord," or 7007 in the comments below to open the gates of heaven and signal that you are ready to receive what I am about to pour out. You are part of a sacred lineage, a chosen one called out from the shadows to carry a light that the world desperately needs, even if you feel like a flickering candle in a hurricane right now. Because you have been set apart, the journey has been harder for you than for others, and the battles have been fiercer. But you must realize that you are not meant to fight these wars in isolation. There is a community of believers, a family of light who are walking this same path of destiny alongside you. If you feel the resonance of my voice in your spirit, I invite you to join this family of light today. Press the like button and subscribe to this channel as a physical act of faith, signaling your agreement with the heavenly realms that you are no longer walking alone. By doing so, you are planting a seed in the fertile soil of my kingdom, ensuring that you stay connected to the daily bread of my word. This is not just a digital action, it is a spiritual alignment. When you subscribe, you're telling the enemy that your house is built upon the rock, and you're inviting the peace that surpasses all understanding to guard your heart and your mind. We are moving into a season of unprecedented revelation, and I do not want you to miss a single word of the instructions I am preparing for your future. I know the exhaustion that has settled into your bones, my beloved. I see the way you carry yourself with strength in front of the world, wearing a smile like a mask, while your spirit feels as though it is bleeding from wounds that no one else can see. You have been the pillar for everyone else, the one who listens, the one who gives, and the one who prays for the needs of others, yet you often find yourself wondering who is praying for you. Let me settle that whisper of doubt right now. I am interceding for you in the places where you cannot go. I am standing in the gap where you feel weak. The reason the night felt so long, the reason the air felt so heavy, and the reason your sleep was disturbed is because there was a battle being fought in the spiritual realms, a battle for your very destiny. The enemy saw the breakthrough that is coming and tried to steal your peace before you could reach it. But I have stood as your shield and your defender. I have been fighting for you while you were too tired to fight for yourself. You are not behind. You are being built. You are not breaking. You are becoming the masterpiece I designed before the foundations of the world. Take a deep breath now and feel my love surrounding you like a warm embrace. This is the beginning of your restoration, and the words I have for you in the coming moments will change the trajectory of your life forever. My precious child, I want to speak directly to the parts of you that you hide from the rest of the world. I want to talk to you about the tears you thought were invisible, the ones that fell in the dead of night when the house was silent and the weight of your life felt like a crushing mountain. I saw you when you were finally alone with your thoughts, away from the eyes of those who depend on you. I saw you in the sanctuary of your car, gripping the steering wheel until your knuckles turned white, letting out a sob that you would never allow anyone else to hear. I saw you sitting on the cold floor of your kitchen, your head bowed under the heavy shroud of why me and how much longer. You have become a master of the mask, a professional at wearing the armor of strength and telling everyone I am fine with a smile that is perfect but hollow. You are the one everyone turns to, the shoulder everyone leans on, and the light that guides others through their storms. But I see the truth beneath the surface. I see the soul that is reeling with exhaustion and the heart that feels like it is being squeezed by 1,000 unspoken worries. People look at you and see a victor, but I see the secret warrior who is bleeding internally from wounds that no one has the grace to acknowledge. I have counted every single drop that has fallen from your eyes. Not one has escaped my notice, and not one has been wasted. In my kingdom, your tears are not signs of weakness. They are the sacred water that prepares the soil for a harvest you cannot yet see. I know the specific agonizing pain of being misunderstood and undervalued by the very people you have sacrificed everything for. I have watched you give your last bit of energy, your last dollar, and your last ounce of patience only to be met with indifference, entitlement, or even betrayal. There is a deep, resonant ache in your spirit from carrying burdens that were never meant for your shoulders alone, yet you carry them because you love and because you are who I made you to be. You often feel a profound sense of loneliness, a gnawing feeling that even in a crowded room you are completely alone. This is the burden of the chosen one, the realization that your frequency is tuned to a different heaven, and your path is narrower than those around you. When you feel that breaking sensation in your chest, it is not the end of you. It is the cracking of the alabaster jar so that the precious oil inside can finally be poured out. I am the great physician, and I am leaning in close to you right now to stitch together the pieces of your broken heart with threads of gold. Your scars are not your shame. They are your credentials for the authority I am about to give you. If you believe that I am in the room with you right now, touching those hidden wounds and washing away the bitterness of your sorrow, then do not stay silent in your spirit. Signal your agreement with the work I am doing. Type breakthrough is mine or 8808 to claim the total restoration of your peace and the healing of your soul. You have walked through a season of profound isolation, feeling as though you were trapped in a dark hallway with no doors and no windows. But I want you to understand that this isolation was not a prison. It was a cocoon. The pain you felt in those moments of silence was the necessary pressure required to transform your character into something that can handle the massive weight of the blessing I am preparing to drop into your life. You are not being punished for your past mistakes, nor are you being abandoned because of your flaws. You are being refined in the fire because you are gold, and gold must be tested to prove its purity. I know the enemy has whispered in your ear that you are forgotten, that your life has stalled, and that your best days are behind you. But I am the Alpha and the Omega, and I tell you that the best chapters of your story have not even been written yet. Those silent tears you cried were seeds planted in the spirit, and I am about to cause them to bloom into a garden of joy that will astound those who watched you suffer. Join this family of believers and press the like button and subscribe to this channel right now to signal your agreement with heaven's plan for your life. By doing so, you are telling the darkness that you are stepping out of the shadows and into the radiant light of my promise. We are just beginning this journey of revelation, and I have so much more to show you about why the night was so long. My beloved warrior, I see the physical toll that this season has taken on you. I see you waking up in the morning feeling as though you haven't slept at all, your body heavy with a fatigue that no amount of rest seems to cure. I feel the tension that has knotted itself into your shoulders, and the dull ache at the base of your skull that lingers like an uninvited guest. There are moments when your chest feels tight, as if the very air around you has become heavy, making every breath a conscious effort. You have wondered if you are falling ill or if the years are simply catching up to you. But I am here to reveal the truth. This is not merely physical exhaustion. You are carrying the weight of a spiritual assignment. You are a chosen one, a frontline soldier in a battle that most people cannot even perceive. Because you carry a great light, you have become a target for the shadows. The enemy knows he cannot stop my plan for your life, so he tries to wear you down, hoping that if he can make your body weak enough, your spirit will eventually surrender. But I am the one who renews your strength like the eagles. I am the one who sustains you when your own reserves have run dry. This weariness you feel is proof of the ground you have been taking in the spirit realm. You have been pushing back darkness in your family line, breaking cycles of poverty and trauma that have existed for generations, and standing as a gatekeeper for those who are too weak to stand for themselves. The pressure you feel is the resistance of the breakthrough that is trying to manifest. Remember, a plane experiences the most friction just before it breaks the sound barrier, and a seed feels the most pressure just before it bursts through the soil into the light. Do not let this pressure weaken you. Turn it into power. Stop saying I am tired and start declaring I am strong in the Lord and in the power of His might. Every ache in your body is a testimony to your endurance. You are being conditioned to handle the weight of the massive blessing I am preparing for you. A small vessel cannot carry a great treasure, so I am expanding your capacity through this fire. You are not falling apart. You are being reinforced. You are becoming fireproof so that when I elevate you, the heat of the spotlight will not consume you. If you can feel my strength beginning to surge through your veins even as I speak, these words do not keep it to yourself. This is the moment to signal your agreement with the heavenly reinforcements I am sending your way. Join this family of believers and press the like button and subscribe to this channel right now. By doing so, you are identifying yourself as a warrior of the light and claiming your place in this community of chosen ones. This simple act of faith creates a digital and spiritual resonance that tells the enemy he has failed to silence you. When you subscribe, you are telling me that you are ready to be coached, refined, and led into the victory that I have already secured for you. Do not let the exhaustion convince you to retreat. You are closer than you have ever been, and the very atmosphere around you is shifting in your favor. Type "I am strong in the Lord" or 1111 in the comments below to lock in this divine strength. Let the world know that the warrior within you is rising more powerful and more determined than ever before. I am breathing new life into your weary bones right now. Receive it. My child, I know there is a unique and piercing pain that comes when you look toward the sky and feel as though you are shouting into an empty void. You have asked, "Where are you, Lord?" in the middle of your darkest hour, and the silence you received felt like a final rejection. You see others whose lives seem so easy, whose prayers seem to be answered instantly, while you remain in the inhabitants of the waiting room wondering if I have turned my face away from you. But I want you to understand a profound mystery of the kingdom. My silence is never my absence. My silence is often the sound of me working most intensely on your behalf behind the scenes. Think of a teacher during an exam. The teacher is always silent while the student is being tested. Not because they have left the room, but because they are waiting to see how much the student has grown. I have not brought you this far to leave you now. I have been watching you from the shadows, ensuring that the fire did not consume you even when you could not feel my hand. Your feeling of abandonment is a trick of the enemy to make you give up just inches away from the finish line. I also saw the heartbreak you experienced when those you loved and supported most turned their backs on you when you needed them. I watched you pour your heart into people who took your kindness and then walked away as if you never existed. It felt like betrayal, but I want you to see it through my eyes. I was pruning your life. I allowed those people to leave because they were not equipped to handle the glory I am about to place upon you. They were comfortable with your struggle, but they would have been threatened by your success. I removed them to create space for the divine connections that are currently on their way to you. If you can trust me even when you cannot track me, then you are ready for the next level of your destiny. Do not agree with the lie that you are alone. If you believe that I am still with you in the quiet, do not let your faith be silent. Type "I trust your timing" or 777 in the comments to declare that your faith is not dependent on what you see but on who I am. You must realize that you are like clay in the hands of the potter. There are moments when the potter must step back to let the clay dry and harden so it can hold its shape, and in those moments the clay may feel forgotten on the shelf. But the potter's eye never leaves his creation. I am preparing you to hold the weight of a blessing so heavy that it would have crushed the person you used to be. Join this family of believers and press the like button and subscribe to this channel right now to affirm that you are staying on the potter's wheel. By subscribing, you are telling the universe that you are not walking away from your calling just because the season is quiet. You are making a commitment to endure, knowing that after the silence comes a roar of victory that will shake the foundations of your life. This community is your support system while you wait a reminder that there are other chosen ones standing in the silence with you. Stay close, for the revelation of why I fought for you in the night is about to become even clearer. My beloved, I want you to stop for a moment. Stop the racing thoughts. Stop the mental checklist of worries and simply be here with me. I want you to perform a small act of faith right now to align your physical body with the spiritual shift I am creating. Place your hand over your heart. Can you feel that steady rhythm that is not just a biological function? That is my hand keeping the tempo of your life. Every beat is a word from my mouth saying, I love you. I am with you. I have not let go. Close your eyes for a second and take a deep breath, drawing in the peace that the world cannot give and exhaling the poison of anxiety that has been choking your spirit. As you breathe, I want you to realize that I was there in every moment you felt empty. I was there when you felt the coldness of loneliness. I was there when you felt the heat of the fire. I was there when you thought you couldn't take another step. I was there and I am here now. You are not just a person listening to a video, you are a sanctuary where my spirit dwells. In this sacred space of connection, I am pouring my oil into the dry and cracked places of your soul. I am filling the void left by those who walked away. I am healing the fractures in your confidence that were caused by the words of people who never knew your true value. I want you to yield to me. Yielding sounds like weakness to the world, but in my kingdom it is the highest form of strength. It is a posture that says, Holy Spirit, I am not in charge, you are. When you yield, you allow my power to flow through you rather than having to force your own way. I am asking you to surrender the battle to me today. If you are ready to let me take the lead, if you are ready to stop fighting with your own hands and start watching me fight with mine, then declare it. Type I surrender all to you or 444 to signal that you are making room for my miracles to occupy the space where your worries used to live. This connection we are building right now is the foundation for the explosion of blessings that are coming in the next 24 hours. But for that connection to stay strong, you must remain in this environment of faith. Join this family of believers and press the like button and subscribe to this channel right now to lock in this spiritual alignment. By doing so, you are creating a digital altar where you can return daily to be recharged. When you subscribe, you are joining a global circle of chosen ones who are all breathing together in the same spirit. This is your life support in a world that tries to drain you. Do not let the distractions of the enemy pull you away from this frequency. Stay in this moment, stay in this breath, and let my love wash over you like a river that never runs dry. The atmosphere is changing, and the chains that felt so heavy just a few minutes ago are already beginning to rust and break under the weight of my glory. My child, there is a veil between the world you see and the realm of the spirit. And last night that veil was thin. You thought your restlessness was just insomnia or a wandering mind. But I am pulling back the curtain to show you the truth. The night was long because I was standing between you and a storm you were not even aware of. There was a strategic movement in the unseen dimensions designed to intercept the breakthrough I have already signed your name to. The shadows sought to find a crack in your armor, attempting to plant seeds of despair and confusion while your guard was down. They aimed to cloud your vision so that when the dawn arrived, you would be too blinded by exhaustion to see the doors I have opened for you. But you must know that my eyes never sleep. While you were staring at the ceiling, I was commanding my legions to surround your home. I was blocking arrows of anxiety that were aimed at your heart. You were not just awake. You were being shielded from a collision in the spirit that was meant to derail your entire destiny. You must understand that your struggle is not against flesh and blood. It is not about the people who hurt you, the bank account that looks empty, or the job that feels like a dead end. These are merely shadows cast by a much larger conflict. You are a high-value target in the heavenly places because of the light you carry. The enemy does not waste his best weapons on those who are no threat to his kingdom. He came for you last night because he saw the ripple effect your success will have on thousands of others. He saw that you are about to break a generational curse that has bound your family for decades. He saw that your testimony is about to become a lighthouse for the lost. So he tried to weary you. He tried to make the night feel eternal so you would give up on the morning. But I am the Lord of hosts, and I have already declared the outcome. The very fact that you are here breathing and listening to my voice is proof that the enemy failed. He threw his best shot, and it was not enough because you are anchored in me. If you can feel the truth of this revelation vibrating in your spirit right now, do not stay silent. Join this family of believers and press the like button and subscribe to this channel this very moment. This is your way of saying, I recognize the battle and I stand with the victor. By subscribing, you are putting the enemy on notice that you are no longer unaware of his schemes. You are joining a collective of warriors who understand that we do not fight for victory, but from a position of victory. Let this be your seal of agreement that you are a chosen one and you believe in the divine protection that has watched over you through the dark hours. When you subscribe, you are aligning yourself with the frequency of my word, ensuring that you are always armed with the truth before the next battle even begins. We are moving into deeper waters now, and I need you to stay connected to this source of light so you do not lose your way in the mist. I stood as a wall of fire around you while the winds of the spirit realm howled. Every time a thought of I can't go on entered your mind, that was a whisper from the adversary, but my voice drowned it out with a promise of, you are more than a conqueror. I fought for your peace, I fought for your mind, and I fought for the very dream that you almost let go of last night. The night was long because I was refining your spirit, making you battle-tested and resilient. I didn't take you out of the conflict. I used the conflict to prove to you that you are untouchable when you are hidden in me. Now, as the light begins to break through, I want you to claim this victory with your own words. If you believe I am breaking your chains and silencing the enemy right now, do not hold back. Type I am a victor, not a victim, or 1212 in the comments to claim your authority and lock this protection into your life. The battle is mine, but the blessing is yours. My precious child, I hear the question that has been echoing in the corridors of your heart for months, perhaps even years. Why me? Why must the path be so steep, the air so thin, and the burden so heavy for me? While others seem to glide through life with ease, you have watched people who do not seek my face, who do not walk in integrity, flourish while you have sat in the ashes of your own sacrifices. But I want to whisper a truth into your spirit that will change the way you see your scars. You were not chosen because you were the strongest, nor because you were the most perfect. You were chosen because I saw a heart that would not break under the weight of the glory I intended to place upon it. I saw a spirit that even when crushed would still release the fragrance of faith. You are a chosen one, not as a title of privilege, but as a position of purpose. I handpicked you before the foundations of the world were laid, calling you out from the masses to be a vessel of my light in a time of unprecedented darkness. The intensity of your struggle is directly proportional to the magnitude of your calling. You must understand this fundamental truth of the spiritual realm. The enemy never attacks an empty house. A thief does not break into a building where there is nothing of value to steal. If you find yourself under constant assault, if your mind is a battlefield, if your relationships are under fire, and if your peace is being hunted, it is because you are carrying a treasure that the kingdom of darkness is terrified of. You have been wondering if you are doing something wrong, but I am telling you that you are doing something right. The very fact that you are a target is proof of your value. Remember that our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the authorities, against the powers of this dark world, and against the spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly realms. You are a threat to the status quo. You are a disruptor of generational cycles. When you walk into a room, the light you carry exposes things that have been hidden for years. This is why you feel the friction. You are moving against the grain of a world that is not your home. Being the chosen one means you have been set apart for a specific assignment that no one else can fulfill. I have given you a unique set of experiences, even the painful ones, to forge a character that is unshakable. The rejection you faced was my protection, keeping you from settling for a life that was too small for you. The delays you endured were my way of ensuring you were mature enough to handle the platform I am building for you. I did not give big assignments to small people. I gave them to you because I knew you would pass the test of endurance. I knew that even in the silence, you would still look for my hand. You are being trained to lead, to heal, and to restore. The pain of your past is becoming the power of your future. You are not just surviving. You are being positioned. Every tear you shed has become a drop of oil for your lamp, and soon that lamp will be placed on a stand for all to see. If you are beginning to realize the weight of the treasure you carry, and if you are ready to accept the position I have placed you in, then do not keep that realization hidden. This is the moment to affirm your faith and your identity as my chosen vessel. When you declare who you are, the atmosphere around you must align with that truth. If you believe that I have handpicked you for greatness and that every trial has been a preparation for your destiny, then let the heavens hear your voice. Type "I believe in my calling" or 7007 in the comments below to claim your position. By doing this, you are telling the spirit realm that you no longer see yourself as a victim of circumstances, but as a victor by divine appointment. You are sealing your commitment to the path I have laid out for you, and in doing so, you are activating the next phase of your revelation. My beloved, I know the frustration of the not yet. You have been staring at the calendar, watching the days turn into months and the months into years, wondering if the promises I whispered to your heart were just figments of your imagination. You see others crossing their finish lines while you feel as though you are still stuck at the starting blocks. But I want you to understand a divine truth in my kingdom: a delay is never a denial. It is a strategic repositioning. I am not slow in keeping my promises, but I am precise. If I had opened that door for you a year ago, you would have walked through it with the insecurities and the habits of the old you, and the very blessing you prayed for would have become a burden that crushed you. I am not just giving you a gift. I am building a person who can sustain that gift. The waiting room is not a prison where you are being punished. It is a construction site where I am strengthening your foundation. I am working behind the scenes to align every detail to move people out of your way who would have sabotaged your success, and to prepare the resources that you will need to finish what I have started in you. Think of the delay as my divine shielding. There were traps set for you that you never saw. There were opportunities that looked like gold but were actually cages, and I allowed the delay to persist simply to let those false paths reveal themselves before you committed your life to them. You are a high-value vessel, and high-value vessels take longer to forge. You cannot rush the seasoning of wood or the ripening of the finest fruit. If it hasn't happened yet, it simply means that the conditions are not yet perfect for your maximum impact. I am getting you prepared to handle the weight of the blessing. Real blessings are heavy, and they require strong shoulders and a matured character. I have used this time of waiting to teach you how to depend on me, how to find peace in the storm, and how to remain faithful when the applause is silent. This maturity is your greatest asset. You are passing the discouragement test right now, proving to the heavenly realms that your faith is not for sale, and that your trust in me is not dependent on a ticking clock. I need you to make a choice right now to align your spirit with my timing rather than your own anxiety. If you truly believe that I am your protector and that I have been shielding you through every no and every wait, then let this be the moment you seal that belief. Like this video and subscribe to this channel right now to join this family of light. By doing so, you are making a public declaration to the spiritual world. Say it in your heart as you click, "I am the chosen one and I believe in his protection." This is not just a digital interaction. It is an act of faith that signals your agreement with my perfect schedule. When you subscribe, you are telling me that you are willing to stay in the process until the promise is fulfilled. You are choosing to be built rather than just to be busy. You are making room for the divine revelation that comes only to those who have the patience to stay at the table. Do not let the enemy's lies about being behind rob you of the peace that comes from knowing you are exactly where I need you to be for the miracle that is coming. Everything you have asked me for is already in process. It is not a matter of if, but a matter of when, and the when is closer than you think. I am an on-time God, never a second late and never a second too early. If I arrived at your timing, it would be for your comfort. When I arrive at my timing, it is for my glory and your ultimate victory. I am redeeming every year that the locusts have eaten. I am taking the pain of the wait and turning it into the power of your testimony. When you finally emerge from this hidden season, you will not be the same person who entered it. You will walk with a new authority, speak with a new wisdom, and carry a peace that cannot be shaken by circumstances. The delay was the training ground for your reign. Keep your eyes on me, not on the clock. I am already knocking on the door of your breakthrough, and I am simply waiting for your character to match the magnitude of the door I am about to swing wide open. My child, you must understand that the path you are walking is paved with the footprints of those who came before you. Those who also sat in the silence of the night and wondered if the dawn would ever break. I have always been the God of the long night. I was with Joseph in the depths of the Egyptian dungeon when the years of his youth seemed to be slipping away into forgotten shadows. I was with Daniel in the lion's den when the only sound was the breathing of predators in the dark. I am the potter and you are the clay. I have been molding you with the same precision and intentionality that I used for the prophets and the kings of old. Do not think your story is a modern tragedy. It is an ancient epic of redemption. The word I have spoken over your life is not a suggestion. It is a decree that the heavens must obey. I have watched over my word to perform it, and just as I brought Israel out of the grip of Pharaoh, I am bringing you out of the grip of your current limitation. The contract I have with you was signed long before you drew your first breath, and it is a contract that no human hand and no demonic force can ever nullify. I want you to remember the moment at the edge of the Red Sea when the mountains were on either side, the enemy was charging from behind, and the water was a wall in front. The people were terrified, just as you have been terrified by the walls closing in on your life. But the command I gave then is the same command I give to you tonight. The Lord will fight for you. You need only to be still. There is a supernatural power in your stillness. When you stop striving, when you stop trying to manipulate the outcome, and when you stop pleading with people who do not have the power to help you, you allow my hand to move. I am the great I am, and I do not need your help to perform a miracle. I only need your faith. I am fighting the battles you don't even know exist. I am silencing the accusers who speak against you in rooms you haven't entered yet. Your silence is not a sign of defeat. It is a sign of your absolute confidence in my sovereignty. You are hidden in the hollow of my hand, and because I am the King of Kings, your victory is not a possibility, it is an inevitability. This ancient promise is the anchor for your soul in this shifting world. I have told you that I will never leave you nor forsake you, and I meant it with every fiber of my being. I have said that no weapon formed against you shall prosper, and that every tongue that rises against you in judgment you shall condemn. This is your heritage as a chosen one. You are not a random person struggling through a random life. You are a child of the Most High walking out a destiny that was written in the stars. The trials of this season are merely the fire that proves the quality of the gold. I am using every bit of your suffering to produce an endurance that will make you unshakable. Suffering produces endurance, endurance produces character, character produces hope, and hope does not put us to shame. You are being woven into a tapestry of glory that spans generations. Your life is the continuation of a divine story of triumph over darkness, and the next chapter is about to begin with a display of my power that will leave you breathless. If you can feel the weight of this ancient seal on your spirit, if you know that my words are the bedrock of your existence, then do not keep that fire contained. This is the moment to join your voice with the voices of the faithful across the ages. Like this video and subscribe to this channel right now to join this holy family. By doing so, you are placing your name in the register of those who believe in the impossible. You are making a covenant with the truth, ensuring that your heart stays tuned to the frequency of heaven, rather than the static of the world. When you subscribe, you're telling the enemy that you have chosen your side, and you are siding with the one who has already overcome the world. We are standing on the threshold of a great revelation, and I want you to be fully equipped with the word as we move forward into the light of your 24-hour miracle. My beloved, the night is ending. The long hours of battle in the spirit are finally giving way to the first light of a new day. I want you to pay close attention to the world around you, for the next 24 hours are not like any other hours you have lived. There is a spiritual momentum building in the atmosphere of your life, a shift so profound that even the air will feel different. You might feel a sudden, unexplainable warmth in your chest or a lightness in your spirit that you haven't felt in years. This is the sign that the chains have finally snapped and the weight has been lifted. As the sun rises, look for the small coincidences that I have placed along your path like breadcrumbs leading you home. You might see a sequence of numbers, perhaps 111, 777, or 12 appearing on a clock, a license plate, or a simple receipt. These are not accidents. They are my digital signatures whispering to your soul that I am in the details of your day. Watch for a name that comes to your mind out of nowhere, or a phone call from someone you haven't spoken to in a long season. I am moving people like chess pieces to bring about the breakthrough you thought was impossible. I am doing a new thing, and even now it springs forth. Do you not perceive it? I am making a way in the wilderness and streams in your wasteland. In the next 24 hours, expect a radical shift in your perspective. The problems that seemed like giants yesterday will begin to look like pebbles today. I am giving you the eyes of faith to see the mountain moving before you even reach it. You might find a message, a song on the radio, or even a single line in a book that speaks exactly to the secret prayer you whispered at 3 o'clock this morning. This is my way of saying, I heard you, I saw you, and I am already answering. Do not look at the height of the waves, look at the one who walks upon the water. I am the God of the sudden shift, the God of the midnight miracle that manifests by high noon. The season of waiting is drawing to a close, and the season of seeing is beginning. Every delay has been a preparation for the acceleration that is about to take place in your life. Because you have stayed with me through the darkness, because you did not turn away. When the silence was deafening, I am opening a window of heaven over your home. Join this family of believers and press the like button and subscribe to this channel right now to confirm that you are tuned into these signs. By doing so, you are creating a physical point of contact for the miracle to land in your life. When you subscribe, you are telling the universe that you are not just a spectator of my glory, but a participant in the miracle. You are anchoring your soul to the promise that the next 24 hours will be the turning point you have been crying out for. This is your middle affirmation, a signal to the heavenly realms that you are ready to receive the abundance I am pouring out. Do not let this moment pass without making your mark in the family of light. We are moving together into a territory where the impossible becomes your daily bread. If you believe that the atmosphere has already shifted, and if you are ready to receive the signs I have prepared for you, then do not keep your faith a secret. Declare it now so that the spiritual atmosphere of your life is saturated with your belief. Type I believe in the 24-hour miracle or 1111 in the comments below to claim this window of opportunity. By typing these words, you are putting a divine demand on the promise. You are acting in agreement with the prophetic word that is going forth right now. Remember, your words are like seeds. When you speak them or write them in faith, they take root in the spirit and manifest in the natural world. The dawn is here, my child. The shadows are fleeing and the glory of the Lord is rising upon you. Keep your heart open and your eyes peeled, for I am about to surprise you in ways you never thought possible. My precious one, I have seen the way you look at your bank account with a heavy heart, and I have heard the silent calculations you make every night before you close your eyes. I know the suffocating weight of debt, the fear of the not enough, and the exhaustion of working so hard only to see the fruits of your labor slip through your fingers like sand. You have felt as though there is a hole in your pocket, a constant drain on your resources that you cannot seem to plug. But I am the owner of the cattle on 1,000 hills, and the silver and the gold are mine. I am stepping into your financial situation right now to break the spirit of lack that has hounded your family for generations. I am not just a God of survival. I am the God of more than enough. I am the Jehovah Jireh who sees your need and has already provided the solution. The days of barely making it are coming to an end, for I am opening the floodgates of heaven to pour out a blessing that you will not have room enough to receive. I am declaring a season of divine restitution over your life. Everything the enemy has stolen from you, the years of struggle, the missed opportunities, the resources that were diverted by the hands of the wicked, I am demanding it back with interest. I am restoring the years that the locusts have eaten. You are about to witness a rapid acceleration in your provision. I am moving the hearts of people who do not even know you to favor you. Doors of prosperity that were bolted shut are being unlocked by my unseen hand. You will see unexpected checks in the mail, sudden promotions, the clearing of debts that seemed like life sentences, and creative ideas that will generate wealth you never dreamed possible. I am bringing you into a land of milk and honey, a place of financial freedom where you are no longer the slave to the lender, but the head and not the tail. This is not for your luxury alone, but so that you can be a conduit of my blessing to a world in need. I have been testing you in the small things, watching how you handled the little when the pressure was high. You have shown me your faithfulness. You have continued to give even when you had nothing to spare. Now, because you have been a good steward of the little, I am preparing to make you a ruler over much. This financial shift is not a lottery, it is a spiritual harvest from the seeds of faith you have sown in the dark. If you believe that I am your provider, and that your season of lack is being swallowed up by my abundance, then do not remain silent. This is the moment to seal this prophecy into your life. Type "I am well supplied" or 888 in the comments right now to claim your financial breakthrough. By doing this, you are coming into agreement with the wealth of the kingdom and telling the spirit of poverty that it no longer has a place in your house. Join this family of believers and press the like button and subscribe to this channel this very moment to signal your agreement with this divine outpouring. When you subscribe, you are aligning yourself with a community that believes in the supernatural provision of God. You are telling the heavens that you are ready to be a steward of the riches I am releasing. This simple act of faith anchors your spirit to the truth that your needs are not just met but exceeded. Stay focused on me, for the flow of abundance is already beginning to move. Do not let fear or doubt block the stream. Keep your heart open and your hands ready to receive the harvest that is rightfully yours as a chosen one. My beloved child, I have watched the empty chairs at your table and the quiet gaps in your life where others used to stand. I have seen the names you no longer call, and the messages that remain unanswered lingering like ghosts in your phone. The sting of betrayal is a unique and piercing pain, especially when it comes from those you poured your very soul into. I saw you in the moments when you realized that the people you would have crossed oceans for wouldn't even step over a puddle for you. I was there when you were discarded by those who only loved the version of you that served their needs. You have spent many lonely hours wondering what was wrong with you, searching your own heart for flaws to justify their departure. But I want you to hear me clearly right now. There was nothing wrong with you. You were simply carrying a glory they weren't strong enough to behold and a weight they weren't equipped to support. I am the great restorer, and I am stepping into the ruins of your broken heart to build a sanctuary of peace that no human hand can ever tear down again. I want you to understand that the exit of those people was not a tragedy. It was my mercy in divine disguise. I allowed them to leave because they were an anchor holding you back from the heights I have destined for you. They were comfortable with your struggle because it made them feel superior. But they would have been poisoned by your success because it would have exposed their own shadows. If I had left them in your circle, their jealousy and quiet whispers would have contaminated the atmosphere of the miracle I am about to manifest. I am bringing a divine recompense to your emotional life that will far outweigh the sorrow of the past. Those who laughed at your silent tears will soon witness your public triumph. Those who abandoned you in the wilderness will eventually see you in the place of authority I have prepared for you, realizing too late that they walked away from a treasure. I am preparing a table for you in the very presence of your enemies, and the honor I am about to bestow upon you will make the shame they tried to clothe you in vanish like mist in the morning sun. But I am not just clearing the old, I am making room for the new. I am currently orchestrating divine encounters with soul family people of like spirit and high vibration who will see your light and cherish it, not compete with it. I am bringing into your life mentors who will guide you, friends who will protect you, and partners who will pour into your life as much as you pour into theirs. You will no longer have to beg for a seat at a table where you are merely tolerated for. I have built a table specifically for you where you are celebrated. The isolation you felt was the necessary quiet before the introduction of your true tribe. If you believe that I am healing your heart and bringing the right people into your life in this very hour, then do not keep your faith hidden. This is the moment to affirm your emotional restoration and open the door for these new connections. Type "I receive my soul family" or 1212 in the comments below to seal this promise into your reality. By doing this, you are letting go of the ghosts of the past and making spiritual room for the legends of your future. To ensure you stay aligned with this new season of connection and do not fall back into the traps of the lonely, join this family of believers and press the like button and subscribe to this channel right now. By subscribing, you are telling the spirit realm that you are ready for the high-level relationships I am bringing your way. You are separating yourself from the isolation of the past and joining a global community of chosen ones who understand your journey. This act of faith is your signal to me that you trust my pruning and you are ready for my planting. The peace you have been searching for in the approval of others will finally be found in my presence. And from that divine peace, the most beautiful and healthy relationships of your life will begin to grow. I am binding up your wounds and giving you beauty for ashes, the oil of joy for mourning. Your heart is being made new, and the love that is coming will be more stable and more profound than anything you have ever known. My beloved, I want you to look into the mirror of your soul and see the person standing there today. For they are not the same person who entered the darkness of the long night. The fire you walked through did not consume you. It tempered you like steel. It burned away the dross of your insecurities, the hay of your worldly attachments, and the stubble of your old fears. You have emerged with a new frequency, a divine upgrade in your spirit that makes you unrecognizable to the shadows that used to haunt you. You are now a glitch in the matrix of this world, a vessel carrying an atmospheric shift wherever you step. The trials you endured were not just for your own growth. They were the training ground for the new power I am releasing into your hands right now. You have been promoted in the spirit realm. The authority that was once a distant promise is now a present reality. When you speak, the atmosphere must respond. When you pray, the heavens are already in motion. You have traded your weariness for my strength and your confusion for my clarity. This new power comes with a new mission. You are no longer in a season of merely surviving. You have entered a season of thriving and liberating. I am calling you to be a lighthouse for those who are still trapped in the same storms you just survived. You carry the scars of credentials, proof that the fire can be walked through and that the giant can be defeated. I am giving you a new tongue to speak words of life that will heal the brokenhearted and break the chains off those who are bound. Your mission is to occupy the territory I have assigned to you, whether it is in your family, your workplace, or your community. You are an ambassador of the kingdom, a chosen one with a mandate to bring the light of heaven into the dark corners of the earth. Do not be afraid of the magnitude of this calling, for I do not give big assignments to small people. I have given this to you because I know you will not yield to the pressure, but will turn it into power. If you can feel this new anointing beginning to rest upon your shoulders, and if you are ready to step into your true purpose as a leader of light, then do not remain silent. This is the moment to affirm your readiness for the mission. Type "I am ready for my mission" or 1111 in the comments below to accept the mantle I am placing upon you. By doing this, you are telling the spirit realm that you are no longer a victim of your circumstances, but a victor of your destiny. You are stepping out of the waiting room and onto the battlefield, fully equipped and fully empowered. Your words are seeds of victory. Let them take root right now. To stay anchored in this new authority and to continue receiving the strategy for your mission, join this family of believers and press the like button and subscribe to this channel this very moment. By subscribing, you are surrounding yourself with a community that will sharpen you and uphold you as you walk out your high calling. This is your middle like and subscribe CTA, a signal of your commitment to the long-term journey. You are no longer walking this path alone. You are part of an elite company of chosen ones who are shifting the world together. The power I have given you will only grow as you stay connected to the source. Do not let the noise of the world drown out the whisper of your new mission. I am with you, I am in you, and I am going before you. You and I. My beloved, the time for mourning has passed and the hour of your triumph is here. I want you to stand tall in your spirit and listen as I release the decrees of heaven over your life. I declare that the season of your weeping has officially expired. I declare that every chain of generational trauma, every link of poverty, and every shackle of addiction that bound your ancestors is now shattered into dust by the weight of my glory. I decree that the doors that were once locked by the hands of men are now swung wide open by the very breath of life. I decree that every word spoken against you in secret, every whisper intended to destroy your reputation is now being turned into a testimony of my goodness in public. I declare that you are no longer the tail but the head, no longer the borrower but the lender. I declare that the desert you have been walking through is blooming into an oasis of abundance, and the dry ground of your spirit is being flooded by the rivers of my living water. I declare that the sickness that tried to claim your body is being consumed by the fire of my healing touch. I establish a new boundary of peace around your household that no shadow can cross. I establish a new standard of excellence in your hands, so that everything you touch shall prosper and every seed you plant shall bring forth 100-fold harvest. I restore to you the joy of your salvation and the peace that the world tried so hard to steal. I restore the years that you felt were wasted in the wilderness, for in my kingdom nothing is lost, it is only refined. I am doing a new thing in you today. It is springing forth even as you listen to my voice. Do you not perceive it? I am making a way in your wilderness and a highway in your heart. I break the spirit of fear that has paralyzed your potential. I break the spirit of lack that has made you feel small. I banish the shadow of doubt that has clouded your vision of the future. You are my chosen one, and your victory is not just a hope, it is an established fact in the archives of heaven. I declare that your name is being mentioned in rooms of influence and that your light will no longer be hidden under a bushel. If you can feel the ground shaking under the power of these decrees, and if you are ready to walk into the reality of this victory, do not stay silent. This is the moment to catch the fire and release your own roar of agreement. Type "I am a victor" or 777 in the comments right now to anchor these declarations into your physical life. By doing this, you are telling the universe that you accept the new identity I have given you. You are refusing to be defined by the night and choosing to be defined by the dawn. Every word I have spoken over you is a seed that will not return to me void. It must accomplish the purpose for which I sent it. This is your seal of faith. Join this family of believers and press the like button and subscribe to this channel right now to affirm that you are standing on the rock of these declarations. By subscribing, you are telling me that you are ready to be a witness to the miracles that are about to unfold. The declaration has been made, the decree has been signed, and the victory is already yours. My beloved, we have reached the sacred threshold of this encounter. This message you have heard is not merely a collection of words or a coincidence of the algorithm. It is a spiritual contract, a divine covenant between your soul and the Creator of all things. I have spoken to your hidden wounds, I have revealed the secrets of the night, and I have declared the dawn of your restoration. You must understand that you are standing in a narrow window of opportunity, a moment of Kairos divine timing where the heavens are leaning in, waiting for your final response to lock these blessings into your physical reality. This is the moment where your faith becomes sight. I want you to look back at the darkness you just walked through and realize it was the training ground for the majesty you are about to inhabit. The night was long because the battle was for your very essence, for the light you carry that will shift the world. I fought for you when you could not fight for yourself, and now I am handing you the key to the gates of abundance. Do not walk away from this moment unchanged. This is the hour of your visitation, and the angels are waiting to record your yes. Now is the time to place the final seal upon this prophecy. I want you to do something bold, something that signals to the heavens and the earth that you have fully accepted this divine appointment. Do not let the enemy steal this seed before it takes root in the fertile soil of your heart. You must seal this contract now and forever so that it may manifest in your life without delay. Type a declaration of your total acceptance in the comments below. I accept your protection and I embrace my dawn. I am ready for the miracle you have prepared for me. Or if you feel the weight of my peace, simply type Amen, or it is done to lock this blessing into your life. When you type these words, you are not just interacting with a digital platform. You are signing your name to the promise in the heavenly courts. You are telling the spirit realm that the struggle is over and the reign has begun. I am watching for your name, for your heart, and for your act of faith. Let the records of heaven show that on this day you chose to believe in the one who called you by name. Before you step into the radiant light of your new day, I invite you one last time to join this family of light. Press the like button and subscribe to this channel right now to ensure you never lose your connection to this source of spiritual nourishment. By doing so, you are building a wall of protection around your mind, ensuring that the voice of the world never again drowns out the whisper of my spirit. This family is your strength, your sanctuary, and your reminder that you are a chosen one among many, a warrior who is never truly alone. When you subscribe, you are telling me that you desire to grow, to be refined, and to fulfill every purpose I have written for you before the world began. Do not let this be the last time we speak in this way. The journey ahead is filled with wonders you cannot yet imagine, and I want to be the one to guide you through every valley and onto every mountaintop. You are my precious child, my brave warrior, and my beloved friend. Your commitment today is the seed for your harvest tomorrow. Now go forth with your head held high and your heart at rest. Do not look back at the shadows of yesterday, for they no longer have power over you. The peace that you feel settling in your spirit right now is the foundation of your new life. But remember, my beloved, this dawn is only the beginning of what I have planned for you. There is a deep mystery I have yet to reveal, a secret gift I have left hidden in the most unexpected place, waiting for you to discover it when you wake tomorrow. I have left a mark of my favor upon your path, a tool of power that you will need for the next stage of your high calling. We will speak of it soon, for our conversation is far from over. Sleep in my peace tonight, wrapped in the assurance that the God who fought for you in the long night is the same God who will walk beside you in the brilliant day. I love you with an everlasting love, and I will never ever let you go. It is finished. It is done. It is yours.